He is my king. He is my one. Yes, he's my father. Yes, he's my son. I can talk to him because he understands everything I go through and everything I am. That's my support system. I can't live without him. The best thing since sliced bread is his kiss, his hugs, his lips, his touch. And I just want the whole world to know about my
black brother.
Nigga.
I love you. I will never try to hurt you. I want you to know that I'm here for you forever true. Because you're my
nigga.
Oh my God.
My brother's got education. Now check it. You got your Wall Street brother, blue collar brother. You down for whatever, chilling on the corner brother. Talented brother.
Yes. I hope she sues y'all.
I hope so.
Yeah, she probably would with her hateful ass.
Is she notoriously hateful?
Stone.
Yeah.
You just made that up? Jay, you just made that up. I see it in your face. You don't know nothing about that lady. That is a sin.
No, it's not.
Shout out to Angie Stone.
Welcome back to the Blackest Show About Nothing. Is Jaden XD. And we are here with
Around the Way Curls.
The way curls.
We are Antoinette and Shanti of Around the Way Curls, where we talks all things love and light and money and dicks because duality is a thing. Hello.
Oh, we was talking about dick last week.
Oh.
yeah, sucking dick and cock.
Yeah,
Suck
at the paint
dick.
sip.
At
Yeah,
the
at the
paint?
paint
Y'all went
set.
to a paint?
No.
No. Let
I couldn't even imagine.
Whoa.
You know me and crafts.
Oh, you talking about the lady at the paint and sip who was...
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was
God.
wild times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was, getting her LYFE,
Life.
I thought it was an acronym. I was like, LYF.
No, I saw you over
Oh,
there.
no.
You saw me confused?
No, getting her life. That's the
her
LYFE. Her life.
Yeah, she was.
We've been locked in. It's tricky.
Yeah. So today we decided to give you a collaboration episode here for Black History Month Negro History Month, because that's what we need.
Yeah.
Ashe.
Yes.
And what's better than
Yes.
three niggas on the podcast?
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
Y'all are so mean to each other.
That's okay.
Oh my god.
I heard it wrong. I thought she said 4 at first.
No,
and then
I was
heard
like,
the 3.
Antoinette,
Was
do the
like,
math,
I get it.
girl.
I ain't even get it. I ain't even get the
You made
shade.
one.
That's all
1
right.
+ 1 = 2. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to our white moms
That's-
during Black History Month.
I should talk to my mom
Yeah.
about Black History Month. I have yet to do that. And
You should.
I am.
Every
I'm like,
time you
Mom,
talk to her, you should say Happy Black History Month.
Yes.
Every time she answers the phone. That's what I've been doing.
You should call
That's
her
what I
right
would do.
now and say Happy Black History Month.
she's like, what?
Y'all do not know
Yeah.
bad barbs. What? She'll curse her out.
No,
She'll be like, what are you
she's
talking
like,
about?
oh, yeah?
Excited.
Oh.
Oh, what are you and Joe doing? You're making a vision board? Putting Rosa Parks
I like Malcolm X and
what's the
Martin
other
Luther
one?
King. I like it.
I'm more about Marcus Garvey. You should have went home.
I was just listening to Bob Marley's biography. I just finished reading
Oh
it.
my god.
That's dead ass what she sounds like.
That's really what she did, too. So here we are.
Wow, that's
So, how was everybody's month? How was everybody's Negroes History Month? We're at the end of the month. We've survived, hopefully.
Ish.
Let's start with our guests at Around the Way Curls. How was your Negro History Month?
It went by very quickly. I felt like I've sown many seeds, though. It's been a month of being productive in many ways. But, yeah, child, I blinked and it's over. February went by fast. But that's about it.
True tea.
Which is why they made that Black History Month the shortest month of the year.
Well, they could come over and take February 14th as well. If they need some more days, they could take that one because fuck Valentine's Day. But Black History Month was given. It was sorry.
Wow, that was a turn.
Whatever. Black History Month was giving the same as just as white as the rest of the months for me.
Well, now I'm more interested in your Valentine's Day because that sounds where the real Tiaga is.
Oh, nothing happened. Me and my cat hung out. You can probably see her in the background.
Well, that seems where the story is in the nothing. So now I want to know.
No, I just was, they took the 29th. They took the 30th and the 31st so they can come get that day too. It's just senseless. Why have it? This is silly. Jade, what did you do for Valentine's Day? Not a goddamn thing. So you don't need it. You know? I already know. I asked you.
I got a plant.
You got a plant? That laugh. No, but Black History Month is cool. Shout out to our Black kings and queens.
Yes.
Yeah, some of them.
Yeah, not all of them. Yeah. Because around here, we don't march for everybody.
Maybe a good 15 and a half.
No, leave no black behind.
What? There's a couple blacks you can leave behind.
Listen.
Look at Antoinette's face. She's like, oh no, it's getting tricky over there.
No, you can leave them. I'm trying to think, would you leave them behind? This is probably, because I'm probably going to say something problematic, but it's like, would you leave them behind or as Harriet did, or would you shoot them?
God damn.
They gotta go.
Oh.
Do they have to go?
It depends.
I don't think Harriet left people behind. I really think she was like, oh, nah. If you are not about this, then you gotta go. Because you really are...
And didn't that happen in Taken when you had to kill, or where they try to do in a Shaft, where you have to kill the witness because they know too much? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Something to think about.
No, I'd still leave him behind.
Nah.
Kodak Black, leave him behind.
It depends on what times we are in.
Yeah.
Because if we're talking about modern, Handmaid's Tale times,
no,
probably.
they could still.
Yeah, that's the same answer for both.
I think it depends on what you're doing. What kind of
go.
revolutionary shit are you involved in? If it's shit
I
that
just
you
tweet, so I don't.
Well, if that's the case, then they would leave us behind.
You do tweet, and people steal your tweets, and I was mad about that. What's the name of that
For
publication?
sticking up for me. Blavity.
What?
I was mad. I was all in their comments, and I sent them a DM. I was like, "You need to credit the creators."
They did. I was like,
Did they finally tag you or no?
Yeah, they did.
Good job.
Yeah,
them.
You know what? A word for all of you motherfucking publications, because I see y'all doing that shit all the goddamn time, stealing regular niggas' tweets out here for your shit. Okay, a bunch of blacks. Anyways, I'm not gonna get us canceled today, but y'all need to credit niggas when you steal their shit.
Agreed.
You know why they be stealing niggas' shit though?
Because they don't.
Why they be stealing niggas' shit?
Yeah.
Before we go on, let's take care of some announcements and some bills first, right? So, big things are going on this weekend, right? Tonight, Friday, is our beginning of Jade and XD's Negro History Weekend. So, starting tonight is my series beginning on Twitch, Building Negronia, where I rebuild an all-black utopia society via The Sims 4. Only on Twitch. Yeah. It's going to be fun. I'm going to have some special guests come on in, and we're going to just, make a black, society. A black and brown society. We can't, leave out our brown, brothers and sisters. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
But, yeah. And then Saturday is a watch with us with Jade and myself. We're watching Charm School.
Yes.
So
Oh my
Wow.
My
God.
babies.
Charm School.
Yes, my babies.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Y'all are really
Charm
taking it back.
School.
Yeah, come with
Yeah,
your
it's
bonnets
gonna-
on.
Oh yeah, I'm coming with my bonnet on and my Alizé and Sizzler because I celebrate Monique. You know what I mean? And yeah. And Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern is family game night with Jade, myself, Asante, Dr. Kia, Toya, and Carrie.
Yes.
It is a Wang Dang Doodle.
Yes. A fun time
It
was
is
had
a
by
good
all.
time. Right, and we will have a Q&A after with Jade and myself, and it'll be a good time. So come join us, and you can get all that info exclusively on Patreon for $7. It's also in tandem with our rent party exclusives because we are raising money
Yeah.
to do amazing things. But in any event, if you can do all that, you could always listen to us anywhere and everywhere you get your podcasts.
And Around the Way Curls.
Yes, and Around the Way Curls. You can get them anywhere and everywhere you get your podcasts, as well as their Patreon.
Yes.
You don't really get nothing
where
there,
they
though.
do-
Say.
Oh, I was gonna just
You get
fuck
video
some
content,
shit
I'll
all
play
up,
it.
but okay.
We don't have game nights. We don't have game nights because we're not invited to Jada Next Steez, but we have other things going on. Everything's fine.
Here she
We're
goes.
having. They're going to be monthly. They're going to be monthly, so you can come on the next one. It's gonna be a good time.
They wouldn't have us on Black History Month. You see, Pete? See how they are?
You can be a part of Women's History
Wow.
yeah, there
Heard
you go. Yeah,
Okay.
Month. Queen.
Say less.
Royalty.
Heard you.
royalty. You know what I mean?
Royalty.
Just
Heard
saying.
you.
But in any event, please support the homies and Black content creators because we all we got.
Yeah.
And all that good stuff. Do you guys have any announcements?
Our announcement is to come check us out at the Roots Picnic. We have a live show. We're on the podcast stage. The Roots Picnic. I don't know what them dates are. I think it's June 3rd and 4th.
Yes.
Shut.
It's the first weekend in June.
First
Yeah.
weekend in June. The lineup is super dope. I cannot wait
We
to
outside.
be out there.
Me too,
Seeing
as your
people.
guest. Yes,
I
incredible.
know. We got to ask them.
Yes.
Can we get a pass?
And no
please?
ask.
No.
Demand.
No.
We need.
I need to figure
what
out
I
a
mean.
way to get. I need to figure out a way to be in.
That would be
that
perfect.
area.
All you got to do is
Yeah,
fly.
I know.
He said, I need to figure it out.
see.
Just get on a flight.
I still got to figure it out. I'm still not. Outside is real touchy still for me.
But the good thing about this is that this is a completely
Outside
outdoor
event,
event.
yeah.
So
True.
there's so much
True.
space where it's being held in Fairmount Park. So if you don't want to be around Negroes and you just want to, remember last year we just put a blanket out, sat down, relaxed, chilled, listen to the music. You don't have to be mixy if you don't want to be mixy. So
Shopped at the Sable Collective booth. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Smoke my weed. It was a
That was-
glorious time.
God damn. You were
Long
there
time ago.
the time that Sable was vending?
yeah.
You were there, Antoinette? We
Don't
didn't see each
disrespect me like
other.
that.
We were looking for you, but we
It was
could
the
not find
avalanche. It
you.
was all that wild shit going on.
It
My
was a
goodness.
stampede.
Yeah.
And we were
Wow.
looking
Oh,
like,
boy.
Nigga shit.
that looks unsafe.
Wow.
But that's not going to happen this year.
No.
So come through.
Yes, tickets are available. Go see Around the Way Curls live on the podcast stage. Even the audio lineup is super good. I'm like Mary J. Blige and Kirk Franklin. I need
Mary J.
parts.
Blige, Kurt Franklin, Jasmine Sullivan. Shout out to her.
Jasmine.
Yes.
Yes.
Who else? Summer Walker. I don't know why I don't.
Summer ain't gonna sing
Connect
none of
with
her
her. I
damn
think it's the
songs,
age.
apparently. She's not
What? No,
singing
it's
any of
not
the
that.
songs on her album because they hurt her. It brings
Oh, I
up
saw that.
feelings.
I saw that.
Girl,
Let me.
Well,
Girl.
she hurting.
somebody made a point. Beyonce go up on that
Listen.
stage and make a fucking reenactment of her goddamn
She's a
pain.
robot, though.
Beyonce, like,
Just.
But I also feel that That's a punishment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, nigga, don't ever forget what you did to me. I don't think that's really trauma.
Yeah,
I just
the
feel
difference.
like
I'm going to
Summer
perform
Walker,
it every night.
Beyonce. Summer Walker, Beyonce. There's a difference there of like
It's just
Beyonce.
interesting.
He went on an apology tour. Summer Walker's dude was like, "Fuck you."
He was like, I wrote all them songs. I produced it.
Summer Walker.
I wrote that song about me, bitch.
Summer Walker reminds me of like Moesha, like without the respectability politics. Like she just be going through it for no reason, and I just be like, girl.
Well,
I forgot how much
Like-
Moesha struggled. She did.
Yeah, she did.
You know she got a
did, and
notebook.
She wore that journal out. Okay, volumes and volumes.
Wow.
I forgot
That is
about that.
Black
Was that-
history.
Yes.
That's Black history. Moesha was telling us to journal and do our
Yep.
self-work before anybody the fuck else. Shout
That
out
was
to
her
that
burn
queen.
It was a burn book.
It was all. It was her bird book. All
That's
the shit
all right.
she talked. All the shit she talked
Moesha
about. D.
was
She
a hateful
like,
wench.
yeah. She said, "I hate D. I hate. I'll never call her mama." Like that
Yeah.
was like the whole thing.
She was
That
like,
the whole
Miles is
premise of
smoking
Moesha.
weed. She was snitching in that notebook. She was.
I
Kim,
hate.
Kim is fat. It was like, oh,
didn't
what an
write
awful
that.
friend.
She hated her friends. She hated her friends. She
Right.
hated her stepmama.
Yeah.
She hated her daddy because she didn't buy him, because she didn't get her that fucking Jeep or whatever she wanted. Like she was just, you know.
But a
Hey, she
journal
was
nonetheless.
ungrateful.
yeah. But
Yeah.
she journaled.
So did
I need
Regina
to do the work.
George.
So did
She
who?
did.
Regina George.
We'll talk about her during March in Women's History Month.
Yes.
I can't stand y'all.
Regina George. She was just misunderstood. Anywho, it's time for a break. Yes. Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Mahogany trees grow in tropical climates, primarily in Central America, Africa, and the Philippines. Each location produces a different subspecies of mahogany with different characteristics.
And we're black. We're talking today about, blackness, and more specifically,
Mahogany
Black art.
Creations.
Hotep art,
Antoinette has a very strong opinion about
This
mahogany
came to
art.
be, you know what? We weren't even going to do this collab until I text Jade of all Jades, and I said, I don't know. Why did I text you? I don't even remember.
somebody sent you
It
that
was-
random piece of
Oh my
artwork.
God! Thank you.
Like, what the
okay.
hell
Did you
was
figure
that?
out who sent that?
No, I
Girl.
never figured it out. So thank you, Shanti. So someone sent me
Creepy.
it was huge. It was at least 6 feet long and about 3 feet wide. And it was a huge canvas art piece.
From
And it was
Amazon.
like, life isn't about where you go, but it's about some shit about the home. It was basically, it was giving live, laugh, love. And I was like, wow, somebody
burned it.
bought this for me and sent it. And I have no idea who it
They're
was.
listening right
And
now.
so-
You know who you are.
Shout out to you, know you are. But that was trash. But so I'm sitting here, I just keep staring at it. And I called Jade. It was like, I just knew Jade sent it to me playing. And so I was like, why would you waste your money on this? Like, that was so dumb because we hate live, laugh, love. And she
So
was like,
much.
bitch, don't play with me. And I was like, you really didn't send this to my house?
Why would I waste my money on a gag?
That's
you
why I was
sent in?
frustrated with you. Like, I know you getting your campaigns, but sis, this was not wise. So I looked at this and I was like, it's giving that awful black art. And I said it wrong. And Jay was like, what if I screenshot this shit, posted it? But I don't mean black art. I love black art. It's the certain kind of black art where like the man has the dreadlocks. His dreadlocks are wrapped around his lady. She's propelled in the air. He's falling through quicksand.
He's holding
beating
earth on
all
his
the
back and shit.
obstacles. And then there's like, his son is on his back and he's like just protecting.
Or it's the nigga kneeling with the American flag noose
As the-
around
yeah.
his neck.
I hate that art so much.
You know
hate it.
what nigga art I hate the most? It's the picture of like the brain, but it's like shaped in the form of like a woman's anatomy. And it's like the black man's fingers, like he's like finger banging her, and it's like the like knowledge is sexy or something like that. And it's just like,
Sapiosexual.
oh God, like
It's terrible.
how do you people get laid? And, like, you know what kills me? As a former Hotepian myself,
Yeah.
like I feel like I don't see how a lot of people take themselves so seriously, because when I used to host a poetry slam every
Wait.
He went for a period of his life without wearing shoes.
Yeah, I wore koofies for like
I'm
a straight
so
like 2 years.
happy. I want to know that
Yeah.
XD. So,
Yeah.
what was your name?
Oh,
Was it
yeah,
different XD?
I
What was it?
Shazza.
Yeah, I exclusively wore like, rust colors. I look like Florida Evans.
He
a
was
lot.
giving music soul
So-
child. Yeah.
I was. I used to
Denim
do the little
Daddy.
rap
I know you
thing.
did. You had the white
Listen,
T-shirt and you
listen.
wrapped it up.
Oh.
A king.
Oh, you know I did. Swore I was. But I used to host poetry slam nights in college. And so they would like niggas would just write like for a week or whatever, not going to class because niggas don't do that. So they would just do like these sex poems, and it would be like, how many bitches in here are dimes? And they would like, I'm like, oh, okay, because I don't fuck with loose change. And it'd be like, this is so dumb. You know what I mean? And like, I would just.
So
That
stupid.
noise on your stereo. Your tongue twists replaced with caramel words, round and around foreplay. Bring out the freak in you. Don't be shy. It's only
I would just like be in awe of like how like the creativity and how like they did that, but it's also like y'all could just channel this into doing something productive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, if I definitely have had my share of Hotep men in my life. But I will proudly say that none of them had what is it, mahogany art, black, what is it, mahogany art?
Oh, like nigga art. They don't have like pictures of Harriet Tubman shooting craps outside
Yeah.
of her.
Oh, those ones
It's
I
like
fucking
the
love.
Michelle Obama.
If I saw
with
that, I would be
fucking
like, you're hilarious.
Harriet Tubman with fucking Malcolm X,
Rosa
Martin
Parks.
Luther King, like playing
and they all
pool and
playing
shit.
poker. I'm here
With
for that.
Kango's on.
Well, I
That
think
I would love.
I would put that in my house just for the hell of it. Like, did you guys see the one with everybody, and then they fucking put Betty White in one of them? It was like everybody. I was like, wow, I would hang that in my house.
I would have to. I think I'm going to create one. It's going to have Nipsey Russell, and it's going to have Nipsey Hussle.
Nipsey Russell. Oh,
And
okay.
it's going to have both. And it's going to have Betty White.
Slide some oil if
to
you
me.
were mine.
I might put Sade in it just because niggas always put somebody random. Who else would you all add to the mural?
Well, you have
I
to have
don't know
Obama.
You have to have.
Obama.
Yeah,
Obama
like
has to be
what's
in
the,
every
what's the
black
theme?
mural. It's blackness.
Yeah, what's the theme?
Black
Just
chaos.
black great people.
They don't be no fucking themes in this.
Oh.
It's just black people. My
Oh,
homegirl
if that's
has
the
more.
case-
What does she have?
Her boy, what did he give her?
her baby dad bought her.
For
It was like
Mother's Day.
Michelle Obama, Maya Angelou. Who else was it? It was like Kamala Harris and somebody the fuck else. And they all just sitting there
And Maxine
gazing at
Waters.
each other. Yo,
Black
that's the most
excellence.
random shit in the world. I was like, this
Then
is
I
amazing.
mean, you could have like Nipsey Russell, Nipsey Hussle, Betty White, like.
And I would do the one where
Michael
Nipsey
Jordan,
Russell and Nipsey Hussle have their
Obama.
arms around each other and they're doing the. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
got to have them doing different things. There's a spades table, like when they put
And then
Rosa Parks in the Kango.
And then the
Yeah,
boy
if
from
we could have
Sanford and
random
Son got to
people
be on there.
there.
He always on there.
Oh,
the
absolutely.
Tupac
Red
and Biggie
Fox.
have to be on there.
Absolutely.
With
You
wings.
yeah,
Angel wings.
Left
Yeah.
Eye. I'm definitely gonna have
Yeah,
Aaliyah.
Left
Oh,
Eye,
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah. She'll have a baby girl shirt on.
Yeah.
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 And then you could just put other random people like Essence Atkins or something.
Yeah, and like Minnie Riperton.
Minnie Riperton.
Yeah. yeah.
Is Essence
or like-
Atkins dead?
No.
No.
Oh.
But they always
But now
add
there's
one.
Obama.
Right.
Obama just belongs. You know,
Neither is
See,
Michelle.
That was Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan is you're right. I apologize, King.
Neither is Tupac.
Right.
He might be. He could be in Cuba. He could be in Cuba.
Nah.
I feel
Allegedly.
like Tupac probably looks terrible right now. If he is alive,
Oh.
I don't think Tupac aged well.
You
Really?
don't think so?
It's not given.
Why? His beautiful
I don't
bone
agree.
structure. He's like
I don't
gorgeous.
agree.
I don't think he. I think he's
He
probably
aged
really
like-
pudgy and really. And I think that he would have to like have a disguise.
What do you think? He looks like Martin?
Or Allen
I think he
Iverson.
might look like Martin. Remember when Martin went to the cave to go get well, and they came back enlightened, and he was
Martin
I think
has
that
a-
was just. I think that was blow.
Yeah, he was like not
you know,
well.
that's a-
Like, how did
I'm
you
talking
do?
about Martin on the
Yeah.
show.
Oh.
Y'all talking about Martin in
Oh.
real life. I don't weight shame.
I mean, that
I don't
was,
body
Oh,
shame.
it wasn't a body shame.
I wasn't body shaming. It was like
He just
More
looks
of like-
older.
Martin had to learn how to
Like
speak
Coke Blue.
again. That poor man. He beat all odds. He had a stroke and had to relearn how to speak.
Oh, really?
That's
Damn.
a king. So you should feel terrible about yourselves.
Well, he looked different.
I don't.
He
I
looked
don't
different.
ever.
He said, I don't.
told you 2022. I'm taking my bra off.
Yeah, he
it
did
is
say
free.
I can't stand it.
Gloria Steinem. I am woman. Anywho, I do hate nigga art. Like, there's also one where it's like a picture of like Biggie and Tupac in the car, and then Chris Brown is in the car too.
Why would Chris
What?
Brown be
Like-
there?
Why?
That's not real.
They be doing shit. They be doing activities.
No,
they
they
be
really
they
do
be
be
playing
doing
pool.
shit
They be
like
at the
that.
barber shop. They be eating dinner together. It's like functions.
Yeah.
They're all together doing shit.
And then it'd be like
Yeah,
a nigga
it-
hand at the bottom holding a world, and they're all doing that on top of a world.
Yeah, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and Sha'Carri Richardson. I'd be like, how?
I have
Like eating chicken. Like, you know what I mean?
I have
Or
such
like RuPaul. Like, I don't
unpopular
get it.
opinions about Sha'Carri, so I'm gonna shut up.
No, what is it?
I just don't like her.
Why?
Sorry,
Antoinette?
I just don't. It's something. You know what it is? It's not that I don't like her. You know that I shouldn't say that. I am disappointed with her because I don't feel like she has a lot of accountability. I'll say that.
But she took accountability.
No. I'm talking about like when she lost her. I'm talking about when she actually like got smoked in her fucking race. Where it was like, girl, you lost.
Oh, and then she
then
got
when like
a
them
little cocky.
yeah, it was just like you're really cocky right now, and I want to hear less about the pop culture aspects of you, and I want you to shine and like get back to training and your work because these Jamaican women is about to smoke you again.
I mean,
That's how
at least
I
it's
feel.
more black women.
Amen. Sha'Carri cannot lose to a white woman.
No,
That would be
no,
awful.
No.
No.
But if she loses to
and
another
the
black
thing
lady,
is,
I'm like, yeah, take the L, girl.
Team Jamaica, like, obliterated Team America.
They were
it was
faster
like,
than Sha'Carri's like world record, or not Sha'Carri's like record for herself, her personal record. I think by like 5 seconds.
It was a great return back to the sport. I wanted to be able to come and perform. Having a month off, dealing with all I was dealing with. I'm not upset at myself at all. This is one race. I'm not done. You know what I'm
It's like wild how
Jamaican's
fast they are.
women's team is.
That's a long time. I can
better
roll a
young
blunt in 5
nigga.
seconds.
Oh my god.
Can you?
Yeah.
That should be your drag challenge.
Oh, let's do it.
Like, you know how like when like Bob did like did the dress or whatever, and you know or whatever on stage in a minute, then you could just roll
Let's
a
do
blunt.
it
That
as
could be your
another
talent.
Patreon video where we see how what's the quickest time I can roll a blunt in.
Okay. We should have like Negro like Olympics, like how long it
That's
takes to like
such a
freak
good
a black.
idea.
Yeah, I like that. Or how long it takes you to
Or
season
like-
your bathtub.
Or fried chicken because that takes a specific type of skill.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to participate in that at that point because then it would be like MMA fighters getting into it with a nigga on the street. It's illegal.
Oh,
You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
god.
wow.
Okay.
Ooh, hype.
Okay,
Wow.
I'm sorry.
She swears she all
Chef
that.
Jade
Chef Jade.
Yeah, you gonna eat this chicken
I'm
though.
sorry.
Don't let Antoinette fool you.
Okay.
She was begging for chicken sandwiches right before we started recording. Stop it. Don't play me, Antoinette.
You make chicken sandwiches?
She made like
school,
50
yeah, I
of them
did.
at school. And didn't
Oh,
bring
I
not
did.
one.
I was so jealous.
Yeah, I made
She
it with a
posted that video. I
jalapeno,
was
like
so
honey
irritated.
sauce, and like a guacamole and a black
So
bean
what do y'all
spread.
do with the food?
We eat it, nigga.
They eat it and they take it home and they don't
we take
share
it home. We give it to other, people at the school. The porters come in and eat sometimes.
I live right down the street. I ain't get
Wow.
a fucking nothing
That's
yet.
amazing.
I literally brought home a half a sandwich.
That is amazing. That is, but what forms of other Negro art do you hate?
I hate spoken word. I'm sorry, King. I know that you hosted a
Oh,
slam
no.
back in
Oh,
the day.
No.
Had-
That was a different.
had
you know,
Had
That was a different life.
me. I hate spoken word more than I
XD
hate
also-
a lot of things.
We hate spoken word, but XD has a specific passion of hate for spoken word and animals that wear clothes.
Yeah.
Oh.
The most anticipated shows of New York Fashion Week are not Rodarte, they're not Altazara, and it's not Marc Jacobs. Those went to Paris. It's actually Anthony Rubio and his Canine Couture. I'm here today to go to his first fitting. This sounds so bizarre.
I don't believe animal. It's outside. It's a dog. It's animal. First of all, we shouldn't be domesticating animals anyway. But that's a whole nother conversation.
Oh, wait a minute.
However,
Don't play with me.
I'm just saying in gen. I'm just saying. However, no, I don't. Animals dressed as humans. It's so weird. They don't need.
I don't mind the sweaters and shit, but it's the little booties that they put on the dogs. And they look like,
Like,
they
people
look
go
so
out of their
uncomfortable.
way.
They look like they just want to kick that shit off. It just
they
looks
They
do.
go out of their way. People are spending thousands on like Louis Vuitton, like shit that their dog is gonna shit on, or that they clean that little doo-doo stains off of. Like, no, that's so weird and strange. Like, I refuse. No. I barely want to clean up after, like humans, you know what I mean? Like myself. And I gotta clean up after, like, do dog laundry. That is so whack.
It's weird.
But some people's dogs are like their children or their pets.
Yeah, which is why I don't tell them to their face that I hate it.
Let me
Just
tell you
tell the
something.
world on the podcast.
If my fucking cat would wear clothes, she
but
would have
I
clothes
mean-
on.
Yeah, and
'Cause I
that's
tried
fine.
it.
I'm not gonna direct my hate outwardly towards you. It's
He's just
the
gonna talk.
inside hate.
Yeah, he's just gonna talk shit in his head.
I have tried it.
everybody
Even
has
in the
a-
house, Antoinette,
everybody has an
your
inside
cat
hate.
doesn't go
Yes.
outside. She would just
What?
have a sweater on. Just a little t-shirt in her.
Absolutely. Blue, I
Ass out.
had a collar on her and it had her name on it and she clawed that off. But it also had a bell. So I realized it was probably driving her crazy because every time she moved, it was like ding, ding, ding. And imagine
And
that.
also,
Yeah,
Like if you had a
nobody
bell
wants-
on you, that's annoying. But I also
And
had a
also-
leash for her and tried to walk her and that was a disaster.
but see, and that's the
God, I
thing,
wish I
too.
was there
How
for that.
do you know what your animal likes to wear? You know what I mean?
How do you know what your kid likes to wear? You just put this shit on your
Exactly.
kid.
Them niggas tell you
And
at
they
like
figure
3.
it out later.
Ask them.
You shouldn't
Yeah,
dress
that
the
nigga told
baby.
me.
You gotta
Yeah,
dress
ask what-
babies. It's cold.
I mean, they communicate. At some point they'll communicate if they like it or not.
No, XD. Pets are babies. I encourage you to watch or to go to Black people and their pets. It's a wonderful.
I
IG
believe
page.
I believe pets are important. I think they are an integral part of mental health and stability, and I think they are great for protection for certain things. I just don't like them wearing Louis Vuitton sweaters.
Word.
No, not a Louis Vuitton. Not Louis Vuitton. Hers was like from
That's all.
PetSmart.
Like, that's all I.
But she had like a PetSmart outfit.
Be honest,
and it
XD.
didn't
You
work.
don't
and
wanna
PetSmart is expensive.
But look, Antoinette said she tried to walk her cat. I don't think y'all would just
I'm
listen
actually
to
a
what
little.
she said.
Yeah.
I'm actually really curious about
Wanted to
this.
take her cat for a walk in Brooklyn.
It wasn't in Brooklyn. So I was in Cape May with my white family, my white aunts.
See, you know better.
That's where this cockamamie idea came from. Please continue.
Right.
There it is.
And so
you
my
walk
cat travels with me when I go places. Like I pack her up. I have to it's a thing. It's like a diaper bag, litter box, all the things. So she's with me and my mom kept saying she wanted her. She was like, she can go outside. She can go outside. I was like, Blue does not have her shots. And I don't know if she's going to run away. She's never been outside. I'm not playing that. So I knew my mom was going to try to let her out because she doesn't have any boundaries. White woman. And so I bought a leash. And I got Blue in this leash. It took about an hour to get her in this leash. I had her all tied up. It was like
cats are meant to be free.
Listen, it was like a straight jacket.
They're not meant to be walked.
I opened that door and that cat was terrified of outside, and she got the hell out that leash and started running back and forth. I started crying because I was like, she's gonna run away. And then finally she just scurried back in the house and hid for like a day. So the leash didn't work. But the intention was for her to be able to be free, to enjoy the outside,
not in a harness,
frolic.
Yeah, not
in a straitjacket. No. And I think I have a chip in her anyway.
Wow.
So if she goes anywhere, I can find her ass. Well, I can't find her. It's if a vet finds her, they'll scan it and they'll contact me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jade, you okay?
Where's
Jade,
the
you're
shit?
supposed to have.
You should have a chip in your cat.
You're supposed to have Trill chipped.
Jade, the Bible is real. See, they told you that, Jade, in the Bible, they said they're going to put chips and shit, so it's real.
Yeah, I'm like, that don't feel right.
Well,
that don't feel right.
It's to protect you as a pet owner, and also the pet.
And if I had a kid, I'd probably put a fucking chip in that kid too. That's the white woman in me.
Your chip is your fear of God that you instill in them to not go no damn where.
But what if somebody takes your child? I don't know. If I had a Noah chip.
Stops though. Panic sets in and you think the worst. It's happened to most of us, but what if you had a secret weapon, an extra layer of safety, so to speak? How far would you go to keep your children secure?
Would you be willing to microchip them?
Little something in her arm. She don't need to know.
Do they really? They don't have those. They really have the chips for kids? No.
I don't know,
that ain't
but I'm
shit
sure I
anymore.
wouldn't figure out a way. It's coming.
I mean,
It's definitely coming.
You give kids cell phones, it's the same thing.
You're getting a good cell phone at 3.
Or, or back in our days, pagers or beepers.
That's right.
Which I miss. I miss a pager. I love my pager.
Yeah.
Me too. It was non-committal.
It was great.
Yeah. You could call back, you could not.
Or it was super committal because you would like type in the message, with the numbers. So you could be like, I love you, or call me back, or however you had
Or my mother, 911.
Pager code.
Bitch, you better call me right the
You
fuck
had that
right
little
now.
shit peeking out your pocket. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing.
You was cool
little
as
purple.
shit.
It was
I was like,
clear.
oh.
Yes, with my lights. Stop.
It was translucent. I was like, wow.
Oh, I
Wait,
never
who that?
had
Let me
that.
see. I'm going to call you back.
Nothing.
You didn't have a pager, Antoinette?
I had a pager eventually. My dad gave me one, but it was his one from work, so it was
so it was black.
ugly black one.
Oh, but
It was, you had just.
I wasn't cool.
pager.
Whenever I finally got stuff, it was always late and not cool. It was
No,
like
I
I
had
got
a
the
black pager
Nokia
first.
joint with the snake on it when everybody had a razor, and I was like,
I never had either one of those, actually.
"You never had a razor?"
had-
Wasn't interested.
My first pager was burgundy. It wasn't black. It was the burgundy one.
I had
It
my
was
dad's
still
old
basic.
pager
It was
first.
it looked like the basic black one, but it was burgundy. And then I ended up
That's
getting
cute.
the clear one. Yeah, it was fashion.
So, Shanti, I heard something really interesting.
what happened?
That you don't think Euphoria has any black characters.
I don't. I fucking love Euphoria. Are you watching it?
It's such. I am.
So the one scene where
Finally.
where what's her name? Lexi is about to set this. She's about to pull the play together, and they focus on the black girl for the first time. She just
stage
pops up in the
manager.
screen as one of the people that's going to help. And I said, "What the fuck is this girl doing on the show?" I was shocked for a minute. I was like, "What the fuck?" And then it clicked. I was like, "Oh my God, why am I so surprised to see a black girl on the show? Because there's no phenotypically
Zendaya
black.
is-
Zendaya's black, but there's no phenotypically black women on that show.
Her mom is black. Her sister is black. The man that sponsors her is black.
Yeah.
We don't have no young girls. We don't have no black young girls. Stormy's not. They're all light skinned. We can't say that girl, whoever
Her mom and that man are not light skinned.
I don't like the way they write that man. I don't like the way they write him. If you go back to the first season, the way he writes that man, he's like, my name is Old Smokey Jim. I'm the best pool player ever. I'm a crackhead now. Like, I was like, when I watched it again, I was like, this is fucked up. I don't like the way they write black people. I don't like the way they write the mom. Zendaya makes sense. Her sister makes sense.
Can I be
but
honest?
they're not
Here's
black
safe
to me.
space.
So I was shocked.
The mother irritates the holy fuck out of me.
She's crazy. That's not how your mom. Like,
and everybody thinks that I'm an awful person.
No.
They're like, why do you hate Rue's mom? I'm like, because I hate her. Because she's aggravating.
Because what?
She's not letting
that
it
ain't
happen.
a black. That's not a typical black mother.
No, and I understand that drug addiction is an illness. I firmly understand that. And that girl clearly is sick. But I still hate her mother. Because there's some preventative things that could have been done here. And I just don't.
You letting her out and go to parties?
Is not it.
She coming with a fucking
Yeah, why
duffel
is
bag.
she
You like, you
allowed
got
out?
my clothes? Like, first of all, why the fuck you got my clothes if you think you got my clothes? Like, what?
She is in and out of that house too freely. She came up in that bitch with a whole suitcase, and her mother didn't ask
there's no
hardly
black
a question.
characters.
She was like, "What you got? Oh, okay, no problem." I understand this whole trusting element. I
No,
get it.
I don't.
You know, I'm free. That on this level,
No.
your daughter is addicted to it. Heroin, the same shit Ray Charles was, and you just gonna let her roll
Wait
up
a
in your
minute.
house
Ray
with a whole fucking suitcase?
Wait a minute.
serious.
Let that man rest in peace.
Wait a minute.
You ain't had to bring him
into this, Jay.
Everything stops. Your heart, your lungs, and finally your brain. And everything you feel and wish and want.
What? I didn't bring him into this. I didn't write
Rest,
the movie.
Ray. Rest.
I didn't write the movie or the history.
I don't watch the show, so there's kids doing heroin.
Oh, you gotta watch
Whole
it.
hair. I keep telling this nigga, and
It's amazing. You would really like it. You would really like it. I feel.
It's frustrating, but it's wonderful. I love it. But there are no black. I still
gotta
stand by that.
watch
There are no real black. There's no strong black characters. The boy McKay, like, he was just a foil. Like,
No,
Oh,
who is
McKay
this
was
nigga?
nutty.
Like, who the
no,
fuck is
he's
like?
not.
what?
I wouldn't
Why are you
consider him
at
a black
this-
character?
Yeah, why are you at
no
the
black characters.
high
Y'all
school
know who
parties?
was, and it made a cameo appearance. In the first episode of this season, there was a young black man on the line who was trying to holler at the little hoish Mexican girl.
Okay, who was that? With the braids?
That is Big Meech's son, Lil Meech.
Oh.
Big Meech is a very well-known drug dealer who faced a very large bust back in the early
Allegedly.
2000s. No, nigga, that nigga's in prison, nigga. He's
It's a
in
lot of
prison.
people who are innocent in
It's
It's
prison.
not allegedly. There's a whole TV show on fucking TV called BMF, Black Mafia
We don't
Family.
know. We don't know the ins and outs. We can't get into.
Oh, it's Black Mafia forever, not blowing money fast.
No, it's Black Money. It's Black Mafia Family.
Oh,
But Rick Ross is obsessed with Big Meech. I think I'm Big Meech, Larry Hoover.
yes.
He also thinks he was MC Hammer too.
He did think.
But
he
I
was
think
MC
that's
Hammer
corny
as
of
well.
Sam Levinson to put him in there. Like, even that's weird to me. I don't know. I don't like I don't like the writing of Sam Levinson, but I love the way he shoots it. But I think his writing is
Who
dumb.
the fuck is Sam Levinson?
He's the writer, director. He's
Oh, I was like,
Who the
what
whole story
character
is based.
that?
He's Rue. He's essentially Rue.
yeah.
Oh, it's
Like-
based on his life.
The first season was, I think. I think it's starting to get glamorized now, which is why parents are out here pissed off. They're like, "Oh my God, this is promoting," and I'm like, "No, this is showing what your little pasty babies are doing." But go off.
Did y'all see stuff like that growing up in high school?
No,
Not
not like that. Not with them honky. No, not like that.
No, and I went to school in the suburbs. Like the most, drugs was weed, but it was typically alcohol that was like the thing, and cigarettes.
Were they
but
really like
mainly
sexual?
alcohol.
Because that's what's blowing my mind too. Like, these kids are really sexual, and not like the little where kids are fucking like bunny rabbits. Like, putting their fingers in each other's mouths, telling each other while they do it, like, you can have me any way you want. You can control me. You can. I'm like,
no, but I don't think we had access to that type of like knowledge and stuff like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like it's really advanced.
Yeah, because
advanced.
I have this whole idea.
The way she said it,
how
you could control.
Because did you see her when she was doing that?
Yeah,
I was like,
and it's the same shit his daddy was doing to people.
Wasn't that
if
wild?
you have to watch it, XD.
You gotta watch it, XD.
Why are you? What is your what's telling you?
Hesitation.
What are you feeling inside that's preventing you from jumping on this bandwagon?
The bandwagon itself, that is what's preventing me, because normally when the internet, Black Twitter, or, that's typically where I, subscribe and keep talking about a show. The moment I start watching it, I realize that it's not a good show. Not saying that the show was not good. I'm just saying normally the track record for me and Black Twitter just don't really,
I don't talk about this show with them
like,
niggas. I just watch it.
I know, but them niggas do, and still.
So you got to learn how to ignore them.
They not even. I've seen the little tweets. They're not even getting to the crux.
No.
Of like this show there's levels to it.
Right.
They're not even getting to
I
it.
will eventually give it a chance. I'm not saying like I am not never gonna watch it. Obviously, no, I'm not. I'm like, no, I'm totally turned off. I'll get to it. It's just, maybe in the off season where it's died down and people stop talking about it and I can focus and not, have like.
I'm gonna make you watch season 1 on Patreon.
Lexi,
there you go.
We're watching season 1 on Patreon.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm taking control. That's what we doing.
Oh my gosh.
You're gonna watch season 1. We're gonna watch it together.
Jade, have you
Because I want to
rewatched
see your
it?
live reactions. I haven't rewatched it.
Okay, yeah.
I've only watched it through. And I'm caught up.
Okay. Well, with that being said, let's take a break.
Okay.
And we'll be back after these mensajes. Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
What's so crazy is like because of I tell these exact same jokes, and if I was a broke nigga, I'd be considered a fur. But now, cause like I do what I do, and I like follow my dream. I'm kind of successful at it. It's just a beautiful thing. I can say whatever I want. People just look at it like, oh, he's an artist. It's all okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And we're back. So, speaking of other things that I've been trying to pressure people into watching, which I actually was late to it. I was late to the party, I'll be honest, because I was anti-watching Genius, Yeezus, Kanye West, because he's irritating me. He's been irritating me, and I want out his group chat with Kim and him, but someone
I want both of them to leave us alone.
I'm not mad at Kim.
I'm not mad at her either. I'd still want her to leave us alone.
Both of them.
I think Kim has
Like
been
in general.
relatively quiet. Like, I do. Kim has not been doing a whole lot with the way Kanye has.
She debuted
He
her
has
boyfriend
leave us
right after they broke up. I feel like she could have.
So the fuck was he? He was out gallivanting. He had like 3 girlfriends already. All she's doing is living her life and the paparazzi snapping pictures. She's not posting screenshots of their conversations and everything else. She's not. He is harassing her. Unpopular opinion.
No,
I never
her
thought that I
lifestyle,
would stick up
though.
for Kim Kardashian during Black History Month, but here I am.
I just always wonder. In the back of my mind how many things are setups because they family is
Him
real good for a
too.
circus. No, this is what I'm not taking fault off of him. I have
I'm saying he
strong
sets this up
opinions about
too.
this nigga. Oh no, absolutely. But I don't know how much of it is orchestrated together.
Yeah, I mean, I think her whole lifestyle
what
is
I'm saying.
around, how she lives her life. Like, that's Kim, what she dresses when she steps out. She's intentionally, like, knowing that the intention is going to be on her. And she's not
Now, she
hiding.
could also
she's not,
fully
not
be
going
sick.
out. She's like, yo, I'm out here.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
all
think
the
she
stuff
has every
comes
right
with
to
it.
do that.
Which yes, and and she could fully well just be sick of this nigga and actually just living her life, but because of, you know, they've been stunting for so long.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what's what. I'm like, maybe she wants to focus on her kids, and it is strictly this nigga. I do think that this nigga is a huge part, though. But please continue on about the documentary.
Oh, well, Shanti was saying you gotta watch it. You gotta watch, and I was like, ugh. And I watched it and wept. I really did. I cried. Shanti, you said you cried as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
But
you
have
two
a lot
didn't
more
watch
empathy.
it.
No, but you have more empathy than me. You think it would still touch me?
I think it would, Jade.
Jay, did you like Kanye West? Like,
yeah, once upon
old
a time.
Kanye.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
you might not cry, but you'll feel it.
you'll definitely
You'll
feel
be
it.
like, oh.
You're just getting you're not seeing him when he was in the trenches so much. Like you're seeing him as a producer. He was making money already.
Mm-hmm.
He was getting his, production beats out there, but he really wanted to be put on as an artist. So you're seeing the backstory and him playing his music, him playing Jesus Walks, him recording with Mos Def, and seeing him sharing it with people and how they were or weren't responding to such iconic songs that are like in our hearts. But at that, he hadn't blown up yet, so
he had a bunch of songs that he wrote. So I was a huge Kanye fan, like huge. Me and my sister, to the point where I like "Hey Mama" was a track that came out years before it came out on. "Hey Mama" was on Graduation, or no, Late Registration. I think it was on Late Registration. It had come out years before it had come out on Late Registration, and it sounded a little bit different. Also, the one that he had Chris Martin on, Homecoming. Homecoming was a different song years before it came out, and it had John Legend on the track.
I remember that.
My name is Kanye Taylor. I'll be coming home. I just want to tell my story.
This was so like I was a huge Kanye fan, and his story has always been niggas won't listen to me, and niggas won't listen to me. They don't respect my talent. So I ask you all. I'm not being combative. I'm asking you all. What is the difference in watching the documentary and knowing the story?
For me, it's seeing. I think that for me, what struck me was seeing the footage of his mom. It gave me a lot of insight into why he speaks about her in the way that he does. She's not just a regular mom. There was something very unique about their relationship where there was a moment where she's rapping the lyrics of one of his songs that he doesn't even remember. And he's just sitting there like, I wrote that? And she's like, yes, Kanye. And it was interesting too how, what does Kanye mean? Like precious one or like unique one, something like that. I forgot. But she almost never finished a sentence to him without saying his name.
Which is so interesting. It was that like he's now
reminder.
Changed it.
To Ye and all that, right? To shorten it. Well, there's something where he speaks about like one day he wants to just go by his first name, and then one day he wants to like he talks about that like being that iconic where you don't even need your last name. But it was almost like a mantra to her, and the way that she had like a vibration to her. You ever see somebody? You know how Mary vibrates, and it's a very like grounded. Clear of who she is, but like there's love just vibrating within her. That was what I was getting from his mom. And he visited her, and there was a lengthy scene. It's like at least 15, 20 minutes. And they visited his childhood home, and they're talking about memories there. But she saw the vision for him so clearly, even when he didn't see it. And it was almost like nothing could shake her. Like she was just so clear. Like I'm not used to seeing that. My parents operated from places of fear, so it was like, well, you got to think about this and even there's a point where like she's seeing his chain and she's like, Kanye, that is so nice, Kanye. Kanye, that, and she's like, you know, I was worried like, oh, he got another piece of jewelry, and he doesn't have a house yet, but you need an angel to watch over you. Like little shit where like most parents would have been like, yo, that's not a responsible purchase, but she could just like level with him where she would add that thing like, you don't have the house yet, you know, but I don't know. There's something really special about that lady. And we had an interesting take where someone wrote us and said they were convinced that Kanye is the way he is because of his mom, and not in a good way, because she said so many baby boomer moms raise their daughters but love their sons. And I was like, I didn't know. That was an interesting comparison. But I didn't.
Kia talks about that a lot.
I hear that, but I also am not gonna blame this black woman. Like, where the fuck is his dad? I'm not gonna like that might have had to. We haven't heard about that guy, but like, you know, I'm not gonna blame this woman, you know, for all of this man's actions. Like, absolutely not. I'm not about to tear her down, but she was really special. I also really enjoyed looking in his eyes when you could see when he would revert into this little insecure boy at times, where unsure of himself and kind of like, you know how like his eyes, when you're unsure, you're like looking around. And he was in the studio with Scarface, and Scarface checked him for putting his retainers on the table, and he was like trying to play the music for him, and you could see him second guessing himself. And you know, it wasn't the Kanye we have now. And I wanted to hold him at some points. Like there was something in me that just wanted to be like, oh no, like don't let this shit eat you up, because he was so hungry. So I don't know. And again, it's only the first one is out, I believe. So I'm curious to see if it's going to be three episodes.
Are they coming? When are they coming out? I thought
I don't know. Or maybe it's coming out this week, next week. I don't know.
You also
But it's also interesting. It's on the heels of Donda 2 and all that shit. So,
and that
because from what I'm understanding, he took his music. He's not selling Donda 2 on streaming platforms. He's having his own device.
Yeah, and it didn't come out.
Like
all these people bought it.
Something.
Yeah, all these people bought like some device that they can listen to it on. And it was supposed to drop at midnight and it never did or something. I don't know.
I'm not mad at that. I think it's a device where you can listen to it and then you can take apart all of the components of the song. So if you're like a producer, if you're like somebody that's obsessed with music, you can kind of break it apart. And I figure if he thinks he's an artist, right, or if he think of like a Jordan, a classic Jordan, or a limited edition piece of art, you're gonna make it scarce. You're not gonna make it wildly available for folks. And if you really fuck with him, you're gonna buy it, and he owns it. So I'm not mad at him for it's obnoxious,
apparently,
but I don't think it's a dumb business idea or something that artists don't do.
Yeah, that was the thing. Like his mom, there was a thing where she talked about how he does not have humility. And she kind of like normalized that. And it was interesting. It's like, go ahead.
I'm one of those people that don't believe that you need to be humble. I think humility is for people who... People say be humble. The people that tell you to be humble are those who are you know, they're just trying to dim your glow. As far as I'm concerned, I feel as though as long as you give thanks to the people that you give thanks to, and honor and reverence to those who gave your talents and your craft and all that good stuff, I think that's all that matters. I think when people be like, oh, they're too cocky or too that, I feel like that's oftentimes and people say that about black women a lot, and I hate that. Because it's like, oh, she needs to be taken down or she needs to be humble her weave. Like, no, nigga, like, let people talk their shit. Let people be. Like, if it's bothering them, then maybe you need to step your pussy up, you know? Like, I feel like a lot of times people do things out of, you know, to coddle people's egos to make things easier for them. When in reality is just amplifying, or coddling people's poor behavior.
Mm.
And that's to that whole idea of like, people, like you said, like raising, nurturing their sons and raising their daughters, that concept. I feel like, a lot of times people breed that, toxic energy in parenting. And it's like, not necessarily blaming them, but I feel like it's just generationally, that's just what people are trained to do. Like, it's always been kind of this thing like, raise our daughters to take care of the home. And it's just like, it doesn't have to be this way. And so now that people are finally, taking ownership and being like, I'm a boss and I could do this or do that. It's more of like a answer to like a challenge of this new age of parenting. Like, people can be cocky and people can be honest and do these things and be confident and, screw everybody else who can't like keep up.
It sounds like that's what his mother instilled in him, but like a level of grounded, like being grounded as well. From what,
or tried to.
Yeah, like
tried to.
Like you don't have to be like, like, damn, your shit is whack. Like, you don't have to like downtrodden, like you are a horrible human being, but like
you could say your shit is fire if it is. And she really believed his stuff was. And so did he.
And a lot of
maybe
it
she
is.
did keep him grounded to a level though. Maybe she could.
Yeah.
Maybe to a certain extent, she did keep him grounded.
I think she did.
Maybe.
I think
because it was after her passing that things seemed to kind of go awry. But it seems like even to speak to your point, XD, in that amplifying of his ego or whatever, and making sure that she boosted him up as a person, there was still a level of grounding that she had with him that he needed.
Let me tell you what I'm about to do, mama. I know I act a fool, but I promise you I'm going back to school. I appreciate what you allow for me, and I just want you to be proud. I wanna tell the whole world about a friend of mine. This little light of mine, I'm finna let it shine. I'm finna take
that he's lost, and maybe he's constantly searching for that, and that's where a lot of these outbursts and things come from. Not taken away from mental health at all, but maybe that's a portion of it as well.
That's a good point. I think a lot of our lives are about searching for something, whatever it is, and it just kind of sad that a lot of our searching or his searching or whatever to fill a void is public, and it's so chaotic and violent at times. Regardless if it's finding his way through grief or finding his way through fatherhood, or finding his way through fame, because
or
a lot
just
of that shit is fucked up too. Money, not come, he had a little money, but not this much money. You know what I mean? Like that changes people too. Friendships, who he looked up to is not necessarily fucking with him like that. Like, a lot of shit happened to him.
Can I ask though, like musically? What's your favorite Kanye album, and when do you think the shift happened? Because I know a lot of people are like, yeah, I used to listen to Kanye. I listen to this new shit.
I think my favorite is Late Registration.
What's funny is I usually tell Jay that I wasn't really listening to, I'm not really a big Kanye fan, but today I found my old, a few months ago, my YouTube account and all that shit got hacked and got deleted. And I had a whole bunch of music and stuff uploaded on there that's just gone. So today I found a hard drive with all that music on it. And I was looking through it and I was like, I have a lot of Kanye on here. And I realized that the first album was really my favorite because I was like, played Spaceship all the time because I used to work at Lens Crafters and they used to be in the front.
You're crazy.
Because they used to be like, oh, XD, you're a model. They try to give me all that stuff to keep me in the front. And it was really to attract the black people that came in. It was a long story, but...
Shout out to Lens
You know
Crafters.
what I mean? I was like, yeah.
They used to do that to me at McDonald's, but that's because I was the only one who could speak English.
So what McDonald's did you work out? Mexico? Like what McDonald's were you working at? Nevada? What the fuck?
Texas.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, I'm about to say what?
Wait, yours was you said Late Registration, Jade? And yours was?
I would think so. I really enjoy College Dropout, and I really enjoy Graduation as well.
College Dropout.
But I think I would have to, if I had to pick one, it would probably be Late Registration.
But I also really enjoyed the one BM, the one with the art, the weird nigga art.
Yeah, I love that. What is that called? Nightmare
My
Dreams.
Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah, I love that one.
Also a very good album.
That was the one that I was like, this might be the perfect Kanye. And I think it was after that was like, wait, where you go? But I loved 808s too.
Me too. I played that back.
I enjoyed 808s
back
as well.
Yeah.
Say You Will was the jam, and then we got Yeezus.
We didn't need Yeezus. Yeah, then it started getting tricky.
Blood on Leaves.
So I hated that. I was so mad. I was like, this sample is amazing, and what a waste! What a waste of a sample. Like you could have said so much more on this song.
Because it was, I mean, you know.
Bound to fall in love.
Oh yeah, Bound to. That's also
that was that video ruined the
with
song.
Tiana Taylor, what was the one with Tiana Taylor? That shit bangs.
Oh, I did like Pablo. I did like The Life and Times of Pablo.
The Secret Life of Pablo was not a bad album.
That was a turn up kind of you know, he a little out there, but it was
I like that.
No, it wasn't. I actually was. I didn't want to listen to it initially, and then when I did, I was like, and then it sat with me a little longer, and it was a spaghetti album. It just kind of sat and got better.
Yeah, that's the one true song I like with Kendrick. No Parties in LA.
Oh yeah, you know this nigga don't like Kendrick Lamar.
What?
It's not the fact that I.
What?
You are exposing a lot.
Y'all, is Black History Month, and XD does not like Kendrick Lamar.
It's not that I dislike Kendrick Lamar.
It's crazy. It just got.
I have an issue. I feel like with rappers, I have to like their voice. I don't necessarily care for Kendrick's voice.
Nobody
because to
for
me, he sounds like the pig from Looney Tunes.
No, he does not.
No, he does not. How dare you?
You tried it. No, he doesn't.
How fucking dare you?
He does not sound like that.
It is, and he does a similar cadence in No Parties in LA.
How dare you?
If you listen to it, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, okay, got it."
What the fuck? So what the fuck is that pig's name? That pig got a name. Damn.
I don't know. Zuckerman,
Porky. Wait, is that Porky?
I don't know. Yeah, Porky J Pig. And when you listen
is there
to
really
No
a
Parties
J in
LA,
his name, or is it Porky the Pig?
No, it's
Put
Porky
some
J
respect
Pig.
on it. James in the middle.
I think you just gave his middle
you
Jenkins.
did.
I think you
I'm
threw
like, what
Jenkins
does the
in there,
J
and I don't think
stand
that's
for?
it.
They all used to have
by.
J as a middle name.
It is
as a
Porky
middle
the Pig,
initial.
y'all. J Pig.
I like
You raggedy ass.
He said Porky J Pig. Wow.
And you said it so confidently too.
Right? He was like,
Okay, well, yeah.
And repeated it. After you asked him, he was like, "Yup, it's Jay."
Yeah, J.
James.
Still, J means the. Okay.
Did y'all listen though?
In Latin.
Did y'all listen to Jesus is King? Because I didn't listen. to
No.
I did. I listened
that.
to a
That
couple
shit is
of
actually
albums.
really beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, everybody
in
has
the
said
tub and
that.
started crying. I was like,
I'm not interested. I'm not interested.
Chris Rogers listens to it, and I just be in here and just listen
it's really beautiful.
Barbra Streisand.
So I've heard.
I love that you love Barbara
Oh yeah, listen.
Oh yeah, I was watching
Yesterday,
old clips of
Youth Was
Yentl the
Mine.
other day.
Yes. Papa.
Papa, do you hear me?
Yes, Papa. Can you see me? Can you hear me into the windows?
Yes,
of the night?
King.
Wow.
Barbara Jones.
No, I
the
couldn't listen to
US
Jesus is King.
stand.
I just wasn't. And I've heard it beautiful things, but by that point he had already fully lost me.
Would you go to the
I
Sunday
didn't
sermon?
listen to it because
If you had a chance to go, would you go to one of the Sunday sermons?
Absolutely not.
Wow, I
don't think
I don't go to
I'd be
regular
in
church,
there.
nigga.
They
What
give-
the hell?
Look, I'm
go-
saved now, y'all.
They give real culty. They give real culty.
I heard that nigga selling $75 socks, and I just can't.
he was
get
selling
regular
something,
church.
but he didn't pay them for a little while. I think
He
they
did.
finally
They
got
did
paid,
sue
and that's-
him.
And that's why I listened to
They
it.
did
And
sue
I was like,
him.
he not paying the
Regular-
choir though.
We know somebody that was singing
And that
in the
choir.
choir.
Now I have to say that
Church has
choir.
merch.
is fire.
That's the only part I'm talking about on Jesus is King.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They have a great cover of Adele's Easy on Me.
They have a great cover of Rain. Oh my God, I weep.
I'd go.
But you know, if they have churches have merch all the time.
It's true.
Churches be expensive as fuck all the time too.
I don't fool.
Christian Cultural Center in Queens has
fool with them either.
Yeah, they have merch.
And who's not there? Your girl.
TD Jakes is. I mean, if they tell you to buy, if you go to church and they tell you to buy like Bibles and tapes and stuff,
I'm not doing
it. That's merch.
Bible is
I'm not buying it.
What's
I don't want your calendars,
Jesus
your
merch.
pamphlets.
I
don't
might buy
want-
some holy water and put it in my mop water, like Florida water.
Mm-mm.
I probably would do that. I'd be like,
They selling holy water.
My Florida.
I know. I probably should go get some holy
That's
water.
a problem. There's also
You know what
a white
I've
nigga
always
on TV who sells holy water late at night. It's called
tell,
Pat's
like-
Magic Spring Water or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
I
holy
want it.
spring water.
And that he has no neck. He's got very high shoulders, and he's got all of these ghetto ass people, white and black, thinking that they are blessed. I won the lottery
That's
because
how the
I
girls on
sprinkled
Instagram be
Pat's
too with their Florida water and shit. Their crystals in their
and their
pockets.
sage and their crystals. You know,
Shout
I
out
don't
to the
fool with them
Sable
heifers
Collective.
That's the same collector we could buy Florida water. Handmade by a black woman in North Carolina.
I'm like, the way
I'm sitting here.
the way she be tearing down her own shit. I'm like, bitch, can't I
I'm
buy
not tearing it
crystals
down.
from
It's
you?
just this, people think that shit's gonna, change the game. It's
Yeah,
like sage.
and it's not
good.
just the
It's
crystals.
Not without
it's
the
not-
self work.
Exactly.
Yeah, you got to do the work. You can't write. You can't work through your trauma through crystals and
Nah.
poems, kings and queens.
And
of
Pat's
royalty.
Magic Spring Water.
Maybe you can through poems if it's a form of journaling.
No, you sure can.
No.
No, you
Jay,
are
what's
not
the
healing
work then,
yourself.
Jay? How
through
do we
the-
get through the
by
work?
being the funk in
said no.
somebody's right thigh
Listen,
and the
we
whatever
already
in their
addressed
left.
Journaling did nothing for Moesha. All it is was just
Didn't.
a burn.
It
book
didn't
for
do
all
nothing
her
for Brother to
heinous
the Night.
Mental crime.
Okay,
It did not.
Darius
Did
still
not.
got on that train, or whichever one of them.
Doug,
she
Doug,
got
remember
on the
Doug
train.
was
Nina
writing
was
in his
wrong.
journal and
Nina
shit?
got on the train.
Let me tell you something. Unpopular
fine.
opinion.
Oh,
Nina
are we
was the
dragging
fucked
Love
up
Jones?
one in that movie.
Oh, that could have been the whole episode. Hold on.
Nina was the trash ass one on that movie. Okay.
They
They both were. They could have
Let me tell you.
communicated
Nina was
better.
by far more Nina. Oh, okay, let's do a reverse real
Yeah,
quick.
let's do this.
Let's
Remind
say
everybody.
Darius was
Refreshers.
like, you. I gotta head back to Philly real quick to go see my ex-fiance. I gotta see if shit can work out. So my bad. Does that and then comes back.
Oh no, it's fucked
Doesn't
up.
say anything to her, and then it's like, oh, all right, well, I'm gonna get with her friend, and then it's with the friend at the same spots.
No, she
They-
came
they
back
were
and she
sleazy
saw
friend,
him
too, I
with
know.
another woman.
They weren't together. He didn't do anything wrong. Sis, pick up the phone and say, hi, I'm back. I don't want to be with that human that I left you for or to go see about. We weren't in a we weren't in a relationship. I saw you with X woman. I don't know if you're dating her, but I'm here. I'm back.
Maybe her
I'm
Mercury
interested
is
in
not
you.
in Virgo and she
Wrong.
doesn't know how to communicate.
Exactly. He
What?
wasn't
And
a-
said you gonna go out with her man and with his mans, and then get
Nah,
all
it's
in your
fucked
feelings
up.
when the man's is trash, and you're at a party that everybody else is at, and then he still made sure she got home.
You're right.
safely?
She was. But the trashiest thing was when she got with what's his name. That was the trashiest.
That was the trash
when
part.
it
when
was
she
the
got,
most
and
like,
it was
that
because it was Bill Bellamy.
Yeah, that was the worst part. You're right.
You can't blame Bill Bellamy. Nina went out
No,
with him
I always
knowingly.
blame
That was
Bill
the
Bellamy.
most fucked
Listen,
up
we
thing.
have a case of too much pride and not enough shame.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because
Niggas need a healthy
if
dose
Mama
of shame.
a healthy dose, because if Mama didn't have that much pride, she would have picked up the
Right.
phone and would have eliminated all this chaos and confusion and rigmarole.
Or if
He
her
been like, I'm
Mercury
just
was-
done with
Yeah.
that. I don't want that girl.
Right.
But he could have been more. He
Yeah,
could have
she
gotten
shoulda
some
had enough
clarity though.
shame.
He could have been like, "Well, what's up? I didn't know about your ex. Like, where you go? He could have.
What do you mean? He didn't even know she was back, Shanti. How you supposed to get clarity?
When she told him she was
Wasn't
going,
she
and
working?
she asked him, "Was it okay if she goes?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, go ahead if you want to do
Girl,
that."
you doing that?
He could have been like, The fuck?
Y'all ain't doing it. If your partners came to you and was like, I'm going to da 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 da.
They were,
be like,
but they wasn't really partners because they wasn't communicating.
Exactly. So who's really? Let's be real honest right now. Are you really gonna be like, actually, I'm developing strong feelings for you? No, you're not. You're not. Don't hold Darius to a higher standard than you hold
I
yourself.
didn't.
You are not going to ask for clarity.
All I said was,
oh, you want to go see
poetry's
somebody?
not
Well,
gonna
fuck
save
you.
you because it didn't save this nigga either.
It did.
What'd you say, Jay?
It didn't though. Poetry's not gonna save you. That was my whole point.
I'm sorry. I love that movie.
Did they make it? Do y'all think they made it? Like, what do you think happened?
Absolutely not. No.
I think Nina probably fucked it up again.
Wow. They ain't make
Her career took off. We could also look at this as a come up. Her career might have taken off. She became a world-renowned
She didn't live there anymore.
Black photographer, and Darius continued to do spoken word at XD's Slam Night or whatever. The fuck.
Darius was not just a spoken word artist. He wrote a book.
Oh, he did write a book. I forgot.
I just like riling up Antoinette.
Nina ass was taking pictures and could see everybody else but her damn self.
Ooh.
Look, I know there've been a lot of mistakes, and we both made them. I apologize for my part in that. And all that nonsense in the past, I don't give a shit about that anymore.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know why I'm so mad at that lady.
You hate Nina.
He hates Nina.
We're gonna call this episode Antoinette versus Nina.
No, I don't know why I'm so mad at her. People gonna say that I'm attacking black women.
Watch
but
out.
I need to stop.
Who's gonna say that?
It's just Love Jones. It's just one of those things. Like,
wait, hold on. People are saying you attacking black women.
Yeah, every other week.
What did they say I was attacking a black woman about?
I don't know. They can't. I had to delete their comments and block them because they were coming for you. Then somebody scrolled
What did
through
you
every
say,
one of our
Shanti?
pictures and was tearing Shanti up with every photo. And I was like,
what did you say?
I don't remember. I said that.
Hold on.
Something about Beyonce.
I
It was a
said that
Beyonce fan
that
page.
Lemonade was what it was because of Warson Shire, the poet that wrote everything.
Which is true.
And then they were like,
okay.
I guess
You're
that's
a
what I
terrible
was
mother.
hearing.
Your child's not learning anything. They were going in on her, and I was like, block. Yeah, it was weird.
I
'cause
didn't
was like,
see
you
any of
definitely
those.
listened
Oh
to
no,
the
that sounds
podcast.
like somebody who
They
who
weren't
runs their
well.
computer.
They had zero posts. They followed a bunch of people and had no followers. And it was like Beyonce is life was the handle.
That's somebody
They
who
weren't
runs
well.
their computer. Don't even worry about them. Shanti.
Yeah, don't even worry about that.
Oh,
but I definitely was accused as well. It was another Beyonce thing because I said twins were tricky. And
You
they
said
were
what?
like, you gonna tear down a black family, you white bitch. And I was like, oh, sorry. Sorry,
Wait,
guys.
you said twins are
sorry.
tricky.
Twins can be tricky when
You better not say it
I'm not
again.
gonna
All
bring
right.
it again.
Well, we're just gonna glaze right on over this because you've
I'm
already
saying,
received
and
the
it's not
hate
her.
mail.
It's not her kids. I shouldn't talk about kids in general, but sometimes when you get twins, they're tricky. They look tricky. Twins are tricky. Like Mariah's kids are a little tricky.
You know, I actually don't know what they look like.
You should Google it. They look tricky. They look interesting.
You know whose kid's
But
panning out though? Drake's
kids-
son. Drake's son is panning out a little bit. He
No,
is.
he is not.
Oh,
That baby
He
is
isn't?
so albino. I'm like, what is he?
Adonis.
Adonis. I'm rooting
what,
for Adonis.
why is XD? Why are you giving me silly mouth right now?
Who did you Google?
You know,
Mariah Carey kids.
Yep, same.
They're tricky.
They look Latin.
Tricky.
But
look Latin.
everybody is tricky at some point. Everybody's tricky at some point. Everybody goes through a tricky phase. I'm just saying twins' tricky phase sometimes lasts a little longer than others.
Okay,
Twins is like they're either really cute or they're just very awkward.
I'm
for a
trying to
long
figure
time.
out who they look like.
Who? The Mariah's
Okay, wait
kids?
a minute. Mm-hmm.
Don't say nothing about Mariah now.
I feel like I'm being anti-black, which brings me to the next topic. Let's move on. I think that you had a really good observation when Blavity reposted you. And do you remember what it is that they reposted? What you said?
Not at all.
I love it. You said the L in salmon is anti-black.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no, I remember I said, I know it had to be the R in sherbet.
Oh, was it the orange sherbet or the L in salmon? Now I'm being racist.
I think it's both actually.
It's both.
It's both.
Because the L in salmon has a lot of you niggas in a chokehold. Let me tell you something, and you won't get rid of it.
Because I said people keep saying sherbet, but I'm like, it's not sherbet, it's sherbet.
Yeah, that's
Is it really sherbet?
It's sherbet.
It's sherbet.
It's sherbet. It ain't sherbet.
It's sherbet.
No.
Just the way
sherbet is stupid.
Porky J Pig, right?
No. If you look at the dictionary now, it's been acceptable as adding the extra R. But
like how they turned conversate into a word.
I was calling.
Is it really sherbet?
It's really sherbet.
Yeah.
Somebody hit the little thing where they pronounce it for you.
Okay, hold on.
I don't even know how to spell
sherbet.
Sherbet. It's British, I believe.
Of course it is. That sounds British. It's the only good thing they've ever made.
Sherbet.
Yep.
Sherbet.
Wow.
I hate that. I hate that.
I don't like it. That you are correct. That is anti-black.
Nah, it's sherbet.
Yeah, it is.
It's sherbet.
It is. Like, what the fuck?
Look at her
It's
face.
sherbet.
I never knew that. Wow.
Sherbet.
Let me get some sherbet. That shit do sound ghetto as fuck if it's really sherbet. Let me get some sherbet. Damn. That fucked us all up. Wow.
They do. I'm not gonna front. But yeah, I was like, yeah, that's real anti-black. Like, why can't, like that? First of all, why are we accepting the white man's grammar anyway?
Exactly.
That's number one. Number two, sherbet. Like, that sounds super, like, I don't want to eat
sound
that.
good to eat. No.
I mean, most British
Yeah.
things don't sound like stuff we want to eat. So we should. That's why
Sticky
we
kidney pie.
bangers and mash.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
I'm not into
Spotted
that.
dick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
What?
I want to eat
Spotted
the. Yeah, they got a
dick.
dish called spotted dick. Okay, so wait, what other things do you all think is anti-black?
I think the L in salmon not being pronounced is anti-black.
Not
I hate
being
when
pronounced.
people pronounce it. Or being pronounced. Being
I
pronounced.
thought you were going to say Ellen. I was going to say, yeah, but.
Ellen is
Ellen
anti-black.
DeGeneres?
Ellen existence is
Ellen is
anti-black. Fuck Ellen.
That poor lady.
Fuck Ellen. She
Why
looks
she
mean.
poor
I'm
lady?
surprised that people are shocked she's the devil. She looks mean.
No.
I'm not surprised. She's got that
still
jutty
don't think
chin.
She is.
She looks evil.
Why, Antoinette, how do you see the good in everybody? I'm trying to,
Especially
like,
Ellen.
you literally had a gaggle of niggas come and say, no, that bitch is Lucifer.
Who said that?
And you're like,
Everybody.
all her employees.
You can look at her and see that she's not. Look how she looks at her
Hold
guests
on.
sometimes. The way she just be
let's
staring
look it
at
up.
her sometimes. She just looks like
Let me
disgusted
Google
half
it.
the time.
Ellen can be on the list.
DeGeneres is a monster. Let's see what comes
Oh my
up.
God. Well, if you Google that.
Ellen DeGeneres. Swag. Ellen DeGeneres. Swag. Ellen DeGeneres. Swag. Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen DeGeneres. Swag. Ellen DeGeneres.
It's the
If you go on
algorithms.
YouTube-
The algorithms
if you go on
are going to
YouTube
send you
and look
articles.
up-
That,
There's a video that says Ellen DeGeneres is a monster, and here's why.
damn.
They said she had a
Go
terrible
on
workplace.
YouTube and look up Ellen DeGeneres attacking celebrities. Like, she's done
mean.
really horrible things.
I
to
know
people
that
on her
she's
show.
it's Andrew
definitely put
Schultz.
people on blast and where she shouldn't.
Like-
Where she was like, I think she was
like-
trying to get Mariah to say she was pregnant on there. It was just
Yes.
like, what are you
she,
doing?
She made her drink alcohol to prove that she was
that she
pregnant.
was, yeah.
Or wasn't pregnant, excuse me. Then, like, she drags Kim all the time, but then Kim attacks her back because she called North stupid once, and Kim was like, hold, what the fuck?
Wait, she called North stupid.
Yes. And
Yeah.
Kim got her together. Like, oh, bitch,
I don't
hold
think
the
that little
fuck
girl is
on.
stupid. I think she might be rotten, but she's not. I don't think, like, I wouldn't.
No, but don't call no kid stupid.
Yeah, you don't
Like,
call a kid
especially
stupid.
you white lady.
Antoinette, what is that face? You don't think
As an
that's
aside, there is an account on Instagram, Norris Black Book.
Oh yeah, Nori's.
Or Nori's. See, my dumb ass, Norris. I can't. Nori's Black Book. That's anti-black. How was I supposed to know that's Nori's? Whoever runs this account is brilliant. They are posting as the voice of North.
They probably the same people who used to do Surrey's Burn Book.
Surrey.
Tom Cruise.
Oh
and,
my God, what's up with Surrey?
And yeah,
I would love
Surrey's
to know
Burn
where
Book
they are.
was the original one. That was, and where is she?
I would love to see
they get
her.
Did Scientology get her?
Probably.
Get which one?
Surrey.
Surrey.
Tom Cruise and Nicole
that
Kidman.
lady.
Oh,
that
yeah,
escaped.
Scientology
She's a
got
scary
Nicole
looking
Kidman.
woman. Now, the way that
The
her
other
surgery
lady.
is done.
Oh, Katie Holmes.
From Dawson's
Oh,
Creek.
Katie
Yes.
Holmes.
The Scientology got them kids.
Yeah, I know Tom Cruise's kids got into Scientology. That's why they don't fuck with Nicole.
That's why they don't fuck
Kidman
with
like
Nicole
that.
Kidman.
But they also have a black child, and no one seems to discuss that.
I
Who has a black
know.
child?
Movie.
Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. They got a black son.
I thought Nicole Kidman adopted him on her own. I didn't know they did it together.
Did she? I
She's
thought
a
it was
scary
together.
woman.
Let me.
Like,
She's doing the best she can, Shanti.
Here go Antoinette.
what you say?
So she's doing the best she can.
Wait a minute.
She just get her organic Botox. Her organic fillers.
Yeah, because that forehead don't move, baby. Let me tell you something. I'm looking up to see if she adopted this child on her own.
Oh my gosh.
Let me see that. While married, the former couple adopted a daughter, Isabella Jane Cruz, and a son, Connor Anthony Cruz, no H, anti-black, born 1995.
I like Anthony.
Well,
Roman.
And it's anti-black.
you might be anti-black.
I probably am.
You don't like Kendrick Lamar,
Drag
so
Race.
it's given. It's an alignment.
I watch RuPaul's Drag Race. That was the most anti-black show ever.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
RuPaul is definitely anti-black.
Really?
Okay,
No,
and
we've-
pro-fracking.
Well, no, they've had a bunch of black queens. It's just the
Yeah,
main
yeah.
joke.
It's just
RuPaul's
fun.
Very, very black. Anything else, guys? Before
Anything on the docket before we close out? Anything you all want to touch on? Anything you would have discussed this week, Antoinette?
Well, we
Shanti?
No, I would really like to discuss. I have to dig deep, but I would really like to discuss this Russia-Ukraine debacle that's happening because we all survived a pandemic in order to face World War III. So this is weighing
Abe,
heavily
insert
on me.
war, the song War.
My shit.
War.
Yeah. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Yeah. What is
God, y'all.
but no.
What is it good for?
I think
A lot
that the
of
next
things.
time when I know it's a joint episode, but Around the Way Curls, get ready because we definitely got to bring politics as usual back because we got to talk about that.
We never talk about politics on our show, so please hip our people. And
Bitch, I just said I need to do more research. What?
Oh, is that what you just said?
That was anti-black.
Yeah. The reason why we don't do politics on this show is because we can't say what we truly want to say.
Yeah.
Why
Last
not?
time we did, Abe cut it out and told us not to do it anymore. So.
What were you guys talking about?
I can't even
What was the
imagine
topic?
what y'all said.
Yeah,
You can't even bring up the topic.
Abe
huh?
I don't know what we
Abe
said.
You told people not to
can't
vote?
say that.
No.
We said that certain
Oh, well, don't say it
politicians-
again.
Well, I'm cleaning it up.
Okay.
We said that certain people in government should no longer be.
Oh, damn.
Say less.
On this plane.
Some people got to die off. Sometimes you got to wait for people to
So,
die off.
Oh, yeah, you know, I
Yeah,
be...
but we named names and
Oh, that's dangerous.
and
is
so Abe said no.
Good for Abe. Is Abe white?
Half.
Shout out to that white king.
Yeah.
Oh, half? Abe!
Hi.
Happy Black History. What's the other half? What's the other half?
Nicaragua.
Abraham.
Oh God, I can't stand it.
Yeah. But if that's it, do we have anything else, guys? No? Yes? No?
No. We don't have anything. We just love sharing space.
Thank you.
With
Also,
you too.
always.
Yeah.
What a brilliant duo, dynamic duo, making this happen remote. And we want to thank you for XD. Y'all came over my house once and showed me how to edit. Came over to show my stinking raggedy ass how to edit our raggedy podcast. It's people like that. So I just want to
acknowledge.
acknowledge.
Look at y'all on the stage of the Ritz Picnic.
Okay? Your podcast is not raggedy. Speak positivity into yourself.
No, it's raggedy
queen.
in the best of ways. Listen, we're doing our thug this over here. The content is there. The content is there. And Jade, I want to thank that queen.
We are a station wagon.
Okay.
Shout out to Station Wagon.
Our hymns don't beat him, nigga.
No, dead ass though. Thank y'all so much because Jade, my many phone calls about technology and everything else. You two are very much appreciated.
You hear that, XD? She'd be asking me questions about technology.
And she'd be like, hold on, let me text XD.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for being on with us. Just as a couple of reminders, go subscribe to Around the Way Curls on anywhere and everywhere you can get your podcast, as well as subscribe to their Patreon. And as a reminder, this weekend is a big Negro History Weekend with Jaden and Steve, starting with Building Negronia on Twitter on Friday night. Check your socials for when that will start. It'll probably be 7 p.m. Eastern, as well as Saturday night. I'm assuming 7 p.m. Eastern, Jade, on Saturday for Charm School. You can only get that through Patreon. And Family Game Night Extravaganza. It is an hour-long game show starring Jade and myself with teams. So Team XD is Asante, Carrie, and I, and Team Jade is Dr. Kia and LaToya. So hosted by Chris Rogers. It's a good time.
It's a good time. You all come through.
And it looks very nice, I will say, from what I've seen of it. So, yeah. Until then, guys, happy Negro History Month, and we'll see you all next time.
365.
Bye. Stop your Zoom.
Yes, we're moving